This is huge. This is momentous. For the LGBT community, this decision by the Supreme Court is really, it's at least as big as same-sex marriage. Some may even argue that it is bigger in some ways than same-sex marriage, especially for the transgender community, because a very common problem that we face, a very big challenge that we face, is job loss, because we are only protected in, I believe, 21 states by state laws, and Kansas and Missouri are not two of those states. And so when a transgender person has to make the terrible and gut-wrenching and incredible leap of faith to live and exist authentically, typically one of the first things that happens is they lose their job or they are demoted.
Couldn't be happier about this decision, because so many people across the nation, when same-sex marriage was made legal by the Supreme Court, everyone that I knew that weren't part of the community were like, oh great, this is it, we're done, stick a pin in it, we don't need to march or do anything anymore. And it's like, that's great, but as soon as you go into work the next day after getting married and try and put down for your benefits for your new husband or wife, they can fire you for that legally in most places. So this is a huge step.
I've been confidently predicting for months and months, since October, since the case was first heard in front of the court, that we would lose. Not confidently as in being proud of it, but just, fatalistically. And I have been shocked, and I've lost a lot of bets as a result of the outcome of the decision, and I'm very happy to pay up on them. I received a text message yesterday morning from my best friend, and I looked down at the text message, and she had told me about the decision, and I looked at my phone, and I literally could not, the words were in English, but they actually made no sense. I just said, this cannot be true, and I opened up the web, and there it was all over the place. And I had goosebumps. I had literal goosebumps on my body, and especially seeing that it was 6-3 also. I just sat back in my chair, and it was a very unreal moment. It's an incredible sea change, and another major milestone in the long history of our advancing the struggle for human rights for the LGBTQIA community. Looking ahead, there are still some other major battles to be fought. Title IX of the Education Act is going to be the next one. There is currently an all-out assault against transgender and non-binary students in schools to prevent them access to bathrooms that align with their gender identity, to compete in sports, to have locker room access, or in some cases even to have teachers and school administrators use the proper pronouns and use their chosen names just when addressing them every day in class. This is a big battle. The average one of our community suffers from extreme discrimination on a weekly, if not a daily basis, especially transgender women of color. Every year during our Transgender Day of Remembrance, we read the names of the victims of hatred, bigotry, ignorance, prejudice, and fear. And nearly all of the names are transgender women of color who have been murdered for simply trying to exist on this planet. And this problem is not going to go away overnight. It's not going to go away this year. It's not going to go away in my lifetime. My hope is that actions like the Supreme Court took yesterday are a step forward. But the journey, like a friend of mine says, it's a marathon and not a sprint. We've moved further along the road, but there's still so much more work to be done to make sure that everyone has the equality they deserve.